Wellbeats circuit workouts are designed to be fast-paced AmRap style. Your goal is to complete as many reps as possible in the time allotted. To stay safe, follow the bulleted form cues on screen. In this 20-minute total body strength builder circuit, you will complete 12 exercises in an upper body, lower body, then upper and lower body combo pattern. Remember, your goal is to complete as many repetitions of each exercise as possible in the 45 seconds you have to work before your 15 seconds of rest. You will need a set of dumbbells to complete this circuit. Warm up, deep squat, hip lift. We're going to use this to get your body ready to work. Bring your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart and drop your tailbone down to the floor. Place your hands on the floor, lift your hips, drop your hips back down, and extend your arms up to the ceiling. You don't have to go the same pace that Kim is here. Use this again to let your muscles know, hey, we're gonna work now. Bring your body temperature up and get your joints lubricated. Let's do one more reach high and on to our next warm-up move, which is reverse lunge and reach. Now for this one, you're going to reach your right arm up and step your right leg back, then switch sides. So it's the same arm and leg moving. Arm goes up to the ceiling, back knee drops down to the floor. Now I want you to take a peek and make sure that your front knee is staying behind your toes and not extending over them. We always want to keep proper kinetic chain in alignment. Always, always take care of your body. We need to use it for a very, very long time. Keep your shoulder down away from your ear. Chest is lifted and open up through your hip as you reach your leg back and press the hip down to the floor. Body temperature should be coming up. We've got both arms and legs moving at the same time and ready to move on to our first exercise. Overhead press 2. Go ahead and grab your dumbbells, bring them up to shoulders with your palms facing forward. Press the weights up to the ceiling and then pull them down towards your body. We want to work on the way up and on the way down. We never really completely stop at the top or the bottom. We have continuous tension through the muscles. Notice how Andre has a soft bend in his arms. I want yours to look like that too. And press the weights slightly in front of your head, not straight up to the ceiling to protect your shoulder joint. One way that you can progress this is as you become comfortable and do it again, go ahead and pick up more weight. Your goal is to get to failure by the last few repetitions. So you'll know, here's the time, how long we're doing it. Can I push myself next time? Up next, squat 2. You're going to need your hand weights again at your sides. Palms are facing your body. And the key here is to move your hips back and then down, keeping your knees again behind your toes. So for this move, hinge at your hips, bend your legs, sit low, and then lift. Keep your chest up tall. So again, you get to decide how much weight, how much load can my body handle. These first 2 moves, we focus just on upper body, then just on lower body, so that you can go heavy and focus on what you're doing. The third move, where it's a combo, you might need to back it off just a little bit. You never quite know. Try heavy and then go lower if you need to, but just keep your body moving. Up next, as promised, we're going to put those 2 moves together. Squat to overhead press 2. Bring the weights down at your shoulders as you drop your hips back into a squat, and then as you lift, your weights press. Don't think too hard right now. Everything is going to come down, and now everything presses up. Same cues that we talked about the first 2 times. Soft bend in your arms, pressing in front of your head. Now you'll feel a response in your body. You're pushing the weights overhead, you're using the big muscles in your legs, and your heart rate is going to come up. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Say, I am strong. I am absolutely going to finish this circuit because I know my body is worth it. Nobody can make your body stronger but you, and you are doing the right things. Keep it up, just a few more. Our next move, we're going to move back just into your upper body. So this is a high row 2. I want you to look at Andre's shoulders right now. They are staying down away from his ears. His elbows come out to the side. And imagine when you're doing this that you have a wall behind you. And I want you to touch your elbows to the wall behind you. Your palms are facing your body. And again, it's a controlled move, up and then push down. Oftentimes when we're holding weights in our hands, we like to think about those, but I want you instead to think about where this movement is initiated from, your upper back. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards your spine to lift and then release. The weights are really just along for the ride. Now, if you ever want more of a challenge, you can do this standing on one leg. That's going to give you a core or a stability challenge. Otherwise, just stay right where you are and focus on building muscles through your upper back. Our next move is going to be a deadlift. So again, working upper, now lower. So you want to feel this in your glutes and up the back of your legs. Get some heavy weights that will stay close to your body as you hinge forward. Now, imagine that I have a yardstick and I taped it to your spine so there is no round at all in your back. Eyes look forward. If you look down, your chin is going to come onto your chest and your body will round and follow. So, draw those shoulder blades in towards your spine, palms face your legs, and it's about going until you feel a stretch up the back of your leg and then squeezing your butt to lift, bringing your hips back under your shoulders. If you're feeling this in your low back, I want you to imagine you have a belt around your waist, and I want you to draw that in, tighten it, and tuck your tailbone under ever so slightly. Now for our next combo move, it is slightly different, so watch the nuance here. Deadlift to standing cobra. There's your deadlift. And now instead of pulling the weights up to your shoulders, we're still going to work your back, but keep your elbows close to your body and rotate. So your palms now face forward, squeeze the elbows in, and here we go with the deadlift. Hinge forward, lift up, squeeze, and that's an external rotation. In addition to the muscles in your back, you're going to get a little bit of your deltoids around the back of your shoulder. So this is your combo move, upper and lower. Working the muscles in your back is really important because they're the opposing muscle group to your chest. We want to get all of the muscles in your body balanced so that you stand up tall, and again, your joints are aligned and everything moves as it should. The better your body can move, the stronger it can become. So again, looking to progress this, you can always add load. You're in charge too. If you say, hey, I'm not feeling it today, I need to go a little bit lighter. Just like I said, keep moving. Upper body is up next. Tricep kickback 2. Now, most important thing I want you to look at with Kim here is that her elbows are up above her body, staying in the same place. Hinge your body forward from your hips, bring your elbows up, and press the weights up to the sky. Imagine you're pushing through your pinky. What I like to say too is imagine that you have a target behind you that is breakable. So I want you to touch the target, but I don't want you to smash it. Give me a little contraction and a pause at the top, and then bring the weights back in towards your shoulder. Focus here is on the muscle between your elbow and your shoulder on the back side of your body. 2/3 of the muscle in your arm right there. They are very important. Work them to fatigue. You have 5 seconds left. Get as many good ones in as you can, and moving on to lower body. Up next, we have a lateral lunge 2. You'll see Sarah has one weight at her chest. This is a good place to start. As you are ready to get more challenge, you can hold 2 weights at your shoulders. You can hold a heavier weight in the center. Step out to one side, land on your heel, bend the leg you're stepping with, keep the other leg straight. So lateral means to the side. I want you to step straight out to the side, drop your hips back and down. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, I know, but keep that chest up, okay? Don't let it come forward to the floor. If you change the position of the weights, perhaps put them on your shoulders or at your side. Again, make sure that your body stays in the same position that you started with. Press up through your heel, draw your heels together in the center. Almost there. And here's our combo move, lateral lunge with the tricep kickback. As you step out to the side, your arms push back. Resist the urge to swing. This has to be muscle, not momentum. Elbows up, press back, bend your outside leg. There's a lot going on right now. So I said in the beginning, if you need to go just a little bit lighter when you have a compound move, that's okay. You will have the opportunity to repeat this move at the end of the circuit. So if you go a little too light or a little heavy, you'll see it again and you'll know what to expect. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Keep your elbows drawn in at your sides, very close to your ribs, and press up and back. 10 seconds left. Keep going. And then we're moving on to our next exercise, which is upper body. So biceps curl 2. I want to remind you, you carved this time out of your day to work. So pick up weights that are heavier than what you carry around all day. So put the weights in your hands, start them near your thighs, and then draw them up towards your shoulders. I've talked a lot about that constant tension. We don't ever want your muscles to feel like they're on a break for this entire 45 seconds. Shoulders relaxed, wrists straight. You could wiggle your fingers if I asked you to. And kind of back to what I was talking about, if you have a bag for work or a purse that's 10 pounds and you're holding a 10-pound weight, I'm gonna say, guess what? Your body's used to that. Lifting and lowering it doesn't offer it any challenge to change. So this is your opportunity. Challenge your body and change it. Now we're moving on. Lower body, reverse lunge 2. Look at how tall Jason is staying. His tailbone comes down to the floor, and then his head reaches up to the ceiling. I want you to match this form. Take one leg, step it back knee drops to the floor. Notice how both knees bend. You're going to feel the work up the back of your front leg. So when you push down into your heel, you should feel the contraction all the way up into your glute, lifting your body. Imagine that I'm standing there next to you saying, great job. Now, can you give me a little bit more? You got to use that internal drive, dig a little bit deeper and say, can I go heavier next time? If you question yourself, but your form is perfect, you are right where I'm asking you to be, okay? You have 5 seconds left. Get as many good ones in as you can. And here's our combo move, reverse lunge with a bicep curl 2. So you know both of them, you have nailed them. You know that you have 45 seconds to work. Decide how much load you're gonna use and begin. Step back as the weights curl up. Bring them to your sides as you stand in the center. Again, whenever we start doing a combo move, we want to swing. I'm going to challenge you now. If I asked you to stop at any point of the move, could you? That's how you know, yep, I'm intentional, I'm in charge, I'm building muscle and not just kind of going through the motions, okay? Everything else should be cleared out of your mind right now, and you're focused on you for these last 10 seconds. Chest stays lifted, front knee again behind your toe. Give me one more good one. And on to our combo moves one more time. So this is your grand finale. All of the compound moves in a row, 45 seconds each. Yes, your heart rate will increase. Yes, you can do it. Everything comes down and everything presses up. You've learned the moves. Now is where, in addition to getting physically strong, you need to be mentally strong, because you say, it was a little bit challenging the first time. Now I might have picked up heavier load like she asked me to. Can I do this? When your body starts to question, I want you to have a very, very positive response and say, yes, you absolutely can. Your body believes what you think. So right now in the last 15, you say, I can do this. I am getting stronger every single repetition. I am not holding my breath. I'm watching the time and I'm close. Finish off here and let's move on. Now, your deadlift to standing cobra. You've got 15 seconds to get as many breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth because you know the move. There's a little preview for you. Rest here, watch, and get ready. Begin. Hinge forward, weights close to your legs, flat back, lift and squeeze. So if it feels like, hey, I'm pressing my chest out, you are. You're doing it right. When you press your chest out though, make sure that your shoulders stay down away from your ears. Squeeze and in. Right now, you are using some really big muscles in your body. So they might try and talk you out of it. For the last 15 seconds, nothing gets in your way. Every single move is perfection. One more time. And now you have 15 seconds that are yours. We're still gonna use the weights. Take a peek at what's happening. Your lateral lunge to the side and your tricep kickback. So you'll feel inner and outer hips, back of arms. Ready? Begin. What I want you to focus on right now is, again, that you're looking right at Kim. You see how she's looking right at you? I don't want you looking at the floor. Imagine that she's trying to look out at you, and don't let her see the top of your head. You say, I got you, girl. We're doing this together. Out to the side and back. If you're competitive, you might say, oh, I'm totally beating you. If you say, I'm a team player, we're doing it together, that's the cool thing about this workout. Make it what you need. 10 seconds left. Make the last ones your best ones. Take a breather. Up next, you'll do the reverse lunge with bicep curl. Now, I know you're beginning to fatigue, so you have to watch your form. Even though this is AmRap, make sure it's quality over quantity. Begin. If I were standing there next to you, I'm gonna look at your body. It's gonna be very different than mine. Your legs might be longer. It might take you longer to get down to the floor. You know what you need. I often say, we're giving you the map, but you're the driver. So we'll tell you how to get fit. You get to decide how to push through this route. Be honest with yourself about what you need. 15 seconds right here. Push through. Are you keeping the contraction in your arms? If you need to modify, you can do one arm at a time. You're close. We're almost ready to stretch. And done. You made it. Here's our chest and back stretch. So set the weights down out of the side, put a sip of water in your body. Watch Kim bring her arms out to the shape of a T and then bring one arm across her body. Let's do it together. Arms come across and out wide. And as you bring the arm across, take your opposite hand and place it above your joint. Never directly on it. Release some tension through your deltoids, through the back of your shoulders. And as always, shoulders should remain away from your ears. Congratulate yourself on the hard work that you just did. And we'll move on to our next stretch, ear to shoulder stretch right. Bring your right arm behind your body, grab the wrist with your left hand and pull it down towards the floor. Then drop your left ear towards your shoulder and feel the release all the way up the right side of your neck. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you want a little more, turn your chin towards your shoulder. And let's do the same thing on the other side. So now your left arm comes behind your body. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and pull down towards the floor. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder, and you can hold there, or again for a little bit more, go ahead and turn your chin towards your shoulder. Open up through your chest, feel the stretch through your neck, and now we're gonna come down onto the floor for a hip opener and hamstring stretch right. Bring your right leg out in front of you, kneeling on your left knee. Push your hips forward, then straighten your leg, pull your toe up and drop your hips back. Continue to rock forward and back, shifting your weight so that you feel a stretch here in the left hip and on the right side back of your leg. So here's your hip opener and hamstring stretch. Again, your pace is fine. Be aware of where you're stretching and get the most out of it for you. Same thing now. Final exercise, hip opener and hamstring stretch on the left. Left leg is forward. Begin by dropping that right hip as close to the floor as you can. Pull your toes in towards your body as you sit your hips back and keep your chest up as high as you can. Notice how Sarah is looking forward and not down to the floor, so she's not rounding out through her back. You have about 10 seconds to enjoy. And again, revel in the marvelous work that you just did and say, all right, I'm ready to do this again very, very soon. You finished? Great job.